What is going on, everybody? I hope you're having a good evening. Hope everybody's having a great time. Give me 1 second. Let me start this Instagram situation. Oh, we on. Okay, let's do it. So, Thinking Game, just a quick episode. Thinking Game 220. Phil might be popping in here in a few minutes. We'll see if he got time. But I ran across an article that I wanted to talk about. And the article was about pretty much how much it costs to live in Little Rock comfortably. Why am I making this? Because I want our youth to understand what you up against. Why we say go to school for something that's profitable. Major in classes that make sense. Do an apprenticeship. Stay committed to it. Don't quit. If you get certified in something, study, get certified in it. Because every few years the cost of living things to do things, it goes up. It never goes down. Always goes up. So we finna get right into it. Let's go back to the slideshow. First slide. This podcast is a casual podcast of people and analyzing situations to improve thinking and laugh a little bit. We are in no way saying that either these choices and decisions are right or wrong. We are simply saying that in this world, one choice can lead to multiple issues and circumstances that are not beneficial to be in. Look at this podcast as insight on how the world can be a cruel place and some choices can be hard. We are simply having a discussion about the topics that inner city people are trying to elevate and deal with. We are trying to bring awareness and invoke conversation. We are not in the business of being right. So, that being said, that out the way. A study done by what's the name of that place? Oh, I forgot the name of it. Somewhere in here though. It says, here's how much money you need to make to live comfortably in Arkansas in 2025. Not just Little Rock, but Arkansas, the state of Arkansas. And it says a new 2025 study conducted by Smart Asset shows what a comfortable lifestyle looks like in each of the 50 states based on based off of yearly incomes. Really small. Good God Almighty. So I didn't do all 50 states because I live in Arkansas. That's where I live at. So is this study realistic or is it cap? Let me know in the comments what you think. They told me bust out my AP. Perfect time, man. So to live comfortably, they are saying we're gonna get into it. It's the difference between surviving. It's a difference between you straight, and then there's another difference between living comfortable. Then you start getting into rich and wealthy and stuff like that. The percentage of people when we get to this making this is probably I probably would say in Pulaski County, maybe 5% is making this. So please take this with a grain of salt. It's not easy to get on this level. What they're saying, it definitely takes a strategy. It takes a plan. It takes some kind of post education. Unless you connected, you got connections or something like that. But they are saying you need to be making at least this much. Let's get into it. According to Smart Asset, if a person is making at least $78 a year in Arkansas. This is a comfortable lifestyle. Let me know in the comments, do you agree or disagree? It's saying a comfortable lifestyle. It's not saying you're rich. It's not saying you're wealthy. It's just saying a comfortable lifestyle. I can tell you, growing up in the inner city, if you go from living in the inner city not making that much to making that 81,000, you're gonna feel like you're a regular person rich. Why do I say that? I remember when I first got into IT, it was my first real IT job working at an ISP company. Don't even want to say the name. Was a contract. It wasn't even full time. It was like W-2, but it was a contractor. They didn't pay you benefits, nothing like that. Just straight up pay. It was like 62,000 or something like that. And this was 13 years ago. It was right when I got married, I think, something like that. Right after I got married, got that. I went from making 30,000 to 60,000. And when I tell you that me and my wife felt like we was rich because never made that much money as an individual salary before, it was crazy. So I can only imagine 80,000 and you've never after taxes you still bringing home pretty good money. So I would say it is comfortable based on if you ever been past 50,000, but it's all based on what your dynamic is like. Is it just you, single, no kids, or is it, are you dealing with a family? What's going on, baby?
What up, though?
You got it. So what you think, man? According to Smart Asset, if a person is making at least $81,078 a year in Arkansas, this is a comfortable lifestyle. You agree, disagree?
I agree.
It's a lot of money, man. I mean, I was just saying before you came on. If you live in the inner city and you was like are hovering around 30,000, 40,000, somewhere in there, if you
Mhm.
make 80,000, you're gonna feel like until you get used to it, you're gonna feel like you regular person rich, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, it's double of what a little bit above average salary is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, Definitely realistic though. You gotta really understand the journey that's gonna take to get to that point. Everybody don't make that kind of money. You know what I'm saying? You gotta realize that. Um, what do you
So,
say? What do you think the percentage of people in Pulaski County making that, like, especially our color, was it about 5%, maybe five
yeah,
percent of people?
yeah, I think you might be pushing it.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm trying to be nice, but yeah,
Yeah,
I can say about because I mean working in IT and then working in like higher education and just seeing different people and stuff like that, different positions. Yeah, I probably would say close to five because there are a lot of not a lot, but
yeah,
people that's like it's like CIOs, like people don't know these kind of positions, but like CTOs, CIOs, vice chancellors and stuff like that. Those
yeah.
positions are making either that or
Yeah.
above. You know what I'm saying? No problem. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
what? Hey, what's CTOs for those that don't understand?
Corporate technology officer.
Okay. Uh,
That's like the highs. You like over the whole IT department, pretty much, like CTO. A CIO, corporate information officer, something like that. It's all kind of ways they name it. It just depends on where
yeah,
you at. Vice chancellor, you're right under the chancellor Ed Euler. It's like they have a vice chancellor of finance. That's the point over finance. Then you have another vice chancellor that may be over a college or something like that. Um, that is above that, somewhere either that or above. You know what I'm saying? So it's it's possible, but it's a journey though. Like a lot of those jobs, you got to have at least a master's degree before you can even fill out for it.
yeah.
You got to have
So,
that, and then they want you to have like at least 10 to 15 years of experience. Some of them say 20 sometimes, but
yeah.
You know what I'm
So
saying? You see mostly older people. Go ahead.
so those that have a 2 parent household, is 80,000 comfortable living?
Now, we're gonna get in there because it says a family household is different. This is single, no
Mm-hmm.
kids, just a single person,
Mm-hmm.
no kids. Now, could a family just live off 81? Or one person income making 80? I'm pretty sure you can do it, but you have to be strategic in your budget though. You agree?
Yeah, man.
You gotta be strategic. Like you gotta grocery shop, you gotta
but
cook because you can still burn through. Like you gotta cut down the recurring bills.
but this
I mean, I
that
got a slide to show you what they look like. I got a slide to show you what 81,000 look like, like bi-weekly and stuff like that. And we're gonna get to it. But
that's neither here nor
oh,
there.
pick one: Wolf of Wall Street or Casino. Since we talking about money, right? Make money. Which one? Which one you going with? Wolf of Wall Street or Casino?
um, now I would pick Wolf of Wall Street,
Okay,
but I
I'm going
love casino.
Casino.
I love
I love
casino. I
Casino, man.
love
Them
casino.
dudes, man. Joe Pesci, man. He made that
Yeah,
move. You know who you're
yeah,
talking to? You don't do that to make you look. I ain't gonna say what he called
yeah. It's different. It's different, but you
when he
got to be
tricked him.
on
When they said, "Yeah, my brother's gonna get married," I told him to meet me out in the field because I couldn't go nowhere near the city. It was too hot. They tricked him,
it.
man.
Yeah.
Oh man, dude fought all the way to the end, man. That was crazy, man. Boy.
But the
But Wolf of Wall Street was cool too, though. But man, I like
it
Casino.
it
Boy,
was
that move was crazy.
like Casino was good, but to play Wolf of Wall Street, I think he took that to a whole different level.
Oh yeah, he did 100%. Have you ever heard the real dude?
Mm-mm.
Wolf of Wall Street. You ever, he out there. I've heard him, and a lot of dudes don't like him. That's in the financial field. They call him a rat. But
Yeah,
funny. They
yeah,
say because he snitched on everybody, they call him a rat.
yeah.
He talk. He sound like an irritating dude. Yo, man. Yeah, I was on the Wolf of Wall Street. Yeah, I don't know why they call me a rat, man. I deal with anybody else would do. He just you got to listen to him talk. It's pretty funny.
Mhm.
It's funny how Matt Damon played. I can see Matt Damon studying dude then playing him, but Matt Damon made dude actually look cooler though than he
No, it was,
probably is in
it
real
was,
life.
no, it
But
was
he played that movie
it,
though.
it was Leonardo. Leonardo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah. To play that, and that's why I would have picked that. But in my young years, it was always it would have always been Casino.
man, Casino. And then when he had that slant back Cadillac, I used to want one of those so bad. But them was some of the roughest cars. Though the engine in those was
Yeah,
crazy. But yeah, that slant back Cadillac, that Eldorado, he had
yeah.
that Eldorado, man. He thought it was gonna blow up, but he had to still
Mm,
play.
mm,
Oh man, that was crazy.
yeah.
All right, guys, let us know in the comments who you picking. Picking Casino, or are you gonna pick Wolf of Wall
Yeah.
Street?
I mean,
Most of the
but
young bulls probably gonna pick Wall Street though. Wolf of Wall
no,
Street,
no,
you ain't
no,
been
no,
around.
no, no, no. They gonna pick Casino because uh, this is
Depending on what
the
generation you in though.
no.
A lot of the young
They always gonna pick this Casino, but if you go and just really look at it, like man, to play
man.
that role, you
You
had
talking
to
about Wolf of Wall
dig.
Street?
Man, you had to dig deep. You had to dig deep in your bag for that.
I mean, both movies are pretty crazy, but the thing of Wolf of Wall Street showed me is like sometimes you know how we say in the hood, like man, you wouldn't even get that opportunity if you was our color. I think it feeds into a lot of those stereotypes that you don't know is true, but you just feel it. It kind of showed you a lot of like getting those kind of
That's,
opportunities to even
you
go there
just
far. You know what I'm saying? Some
you
people
just
don't even get
explained
those
it.
opportunities.
You just
Hmm?
explained perfectly.
Right. Yeah.
That's why the Wolf of Wall Street is like, man, now you have to really go back and watch it. Like
In
casinos,
casino, in
it's
casino show you about
legendary.
homeboys. Sometimes your
No,
homeboys
it's
can get you in a
legendary.
yeah, but I'm saying casino, your homeboys will get you in trouble. Nicky got
Mm.
to in so much trouble. I needed a little muscle, so I called in Nicky. That was a wrong call to make. Straight
mm.
hothead, boy.
Yeah,
Man, it's
that's
like dude played those parts to a T. What is in
that,
Goodfellas and other
yeah,
played them
that what I'm
parts.
saying. Like that's the under part of it. Like Wolf of
Yeah,
Wall Street is like this is what really goes down, and minus the
yeah.
not what I wouldn't say minus the drugs,
Oh man,
but
are you crazy, man? Have you ever seen Wall Street? How they are? Like, man, them
yes,
dudes, man, some of them dudes be you. It's no
allegedly,
way you can do that on regular just
yeah,
energy. There's no way. I
yeah,
don't know. I don't. It seems like it's no way. You have to be on something to be on the floor
allegedly,
like that. Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying. Them dudes be on some other
allegedly,
stuff. Yeah, allegedly,
allegedly,
but they be on there
yeah,
watching the
allegedly.
ticker and stuff. Like, I wish sometimes Stevens. Maybe one day if I get the juice, I could do that. But take kids in there, and I never been in there either. But just go in there and kind of watch what people do day to work, because like that's why I was trying to tell you yesterday. The exposure, man. If you ain't from that world, you would never get to see how they do, how they get down. You know what I'm saying? You would never see that.
And that's what I was trying to explain to you. Like this, everything is normal.
No, I'm saying
Everything is normal.
exposure though. Some exposure you would never. Have you ever been in Stevens building? You been in there before?
Right.
Huh?
Yeah.
The Stevens building
I'm
downtown. You been in there
yes.
before?
I'm not like
Huh?
everybody else. Yeah.
But
It's
I'm
certain,
saying the average person don't got access to the Stevens building. You know this.
but they
I've
do.
never been to the Stevens building. I've never been in there. Now, the only time I went to the Stevens building is that server, the server rack you seen in my studio.
Hmm.
I got that from them, but that was in the back gate. But I never been on the floor where the tickers and stuff, and they buying stocks and selling stocks and stuff. I never been there, been to see that.
Hey, it what it is.
I'm just
It
saying,
is.
some people just don't have the access to get to that kind of stuff. I
They
mean,
they they have the access. They shortstop themselves from getting to that.
I mean, either way, that could be debated too. But either way, they still have never been to the Stevens building. It's
Yeah.
quite a few people we know and grew up with
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
never.
Oh
They're not
yes.
even interested. They're not even interested in the Stevens building. They could
And
care less. You know what I'm
that's what
saying?
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like even if you're not interested in like it was a lot of stuff that I wasn't interested in. But certain stuff that transpired, it was like, oh whoa, this is not too different. And
It's just
then
like how many dudes do we know this? Like I said, I could just. That's why I was like talking about IT. How many dudes that we know that's been exposed to like real IT stuff, situations and scenarios?
they
It
they
ain't that many,
have
bro.
they
It ain't
have,
that
but
many.
it wasn't like what you would think. It's
No, I'm
just
talking about as far as like in the IT world, like as a job, like being exposed to it. Cause I mean, I like I said, I grew up with these dudes. I know dudes that have never, they may have done on their own with their own laptop, but I'm saying real live, like imaging computers. You know what I'm saying? Most
man,
dudes, you buy a computer, it's already imaged. You know what I'm saying? You never had a blank laptop. You see what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
That kind of stuff. I mean,
yeah,
most people never done that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying
yeah,
that to knock. I'm just saying not people just ain't been exposed. Because when I first started doing it, I was like, "Whoa, you mean tell me you can get a laptop with nothing on it and just image it? That's pretty cool." You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I remember I used to work for this little small business downtown. The department would buy like 20 laptops, blank, a Dell
Mhm,
laptops. You got to re-image them because you got them bull crap images on there. So you got to
yeah,
re-image like 20 laptops and put Windows on them. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Pretty
And
crazy.
like that's why like I probably grew up a little bit different, but I was still in the trenches with it. Like my
Yeah, but I'm
aunt,
saying that I know you grew up different, but I'm saying everybody
yeah,
doesn't have
but
the privilege of what you had, though. You see what I'm saying?
yeah, but
You probably like
then
1%. You probably like the 1% in the South Side that had access, like grandparents that was into politics like that.
mm-mm, mm-mm.
No, I'm talking about the level that you saying your grandparents were. Ain't too many
No,
people.
no, it
Yeah.
wasn't even grandparents. This is like my aunts and like I had people that I've been around my whole life that yeah
So how
they
many other people that lived in the South End with you had that access though? If
it
you could do
wasn't
out of 10
that what I'm
people.
saying. It wasn't just I wasn't limited to the South. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
But
It's some people that
but
is
what I'm
limited to the South, Bill.
but and what I'm telling you also is it was people on the north that had that same experience. And I was like, damn, I'm coming from the south to the north. Like
But what
it's a
I'm
lot of
saying
stuff.
it's people in the North Side. They've been in Sleepy Hollow for so long. It's like, what's they never been to Southwest, bro. It's
Yeah,
people that's on Pike. It's people that's been on Pike most of their life. They really never went outside of Pike, bro.
they went.
It's all they know. They out Pike and Levy area. That's all they know is that side of
They
North Little Rock.
went. They went. It just it wasn't comfortable enough.
No, I'm saying they.
Everybody goes somewhere, but they
But I'm
just wasn't.
saying it ain't been comfortable enough where like somebody say, "Have you been to Chico?" I don't know what Chico is. Chico Road. I don't know what it is. That's
They
all I'm
don't
saying.
know. Listen, they don't know where Chico is, but they if you say, "Hey man, you know what a skating rink is?" Yeah, I've been over there plenty of times. You know
I
what
know some people
I'm
that ain't never been over there. I've met people. I'm saying
saying?
I've met people that ain't never been to Southwest, bro.
It's
I'm telling you,
landmarks. It's landmarks. They wouldn't know if it where certain parts of Little Rock was, but they know landmarks. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I've been over there.
because I know people that never been to the South Side, man. Like they don't even know what it is when you tell. They don't even know. I'm telling you, I met people that's like they don't even know out there in England. They're like, England, where is that at? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
What's England at? You know what I'm saying? You know
yeah,
what that
but
is? You talking about
but it's
UK? No, fool. I'm talking about Arkansas.
yeah, but it like the city and the country part is all. That's why I always stress. Like it's always different. It's always different, but
Because what I learned when I was in McClellan, um, when I started working at Baskin Robbins, um, when you get past go down University and you get past Cantrell, there's almost like a demarc point sometimes for some people. Some people never even go up that far because they don't want to deal with the problems. Like, you don't want to go play around in Kamak Village. You know, there's like a rumor floating around. Only reason you want to go there, you better be doing side or cutting grass. So they police
yeah.
gonna pull you over. It's like they got their own police. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And some dudes just don't fool with it. It's like, man, I'm not going all the way out there for what? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I got a
That's all
chance.
I'm saying.
I got a
Huh?
chance to experience all of it. So only part.
But I'm saying, I bet you know dudes who they didn't have that privilege, that access like that. That's all I'm saying. It's people out there, like I say, it's people in Southwest that never got past that Cantrell area. They're used to being in Southwest because they don't have a car. They just walk everywhere and they stay within the range of Southwest. You know what I'm saying? Like,
They that's what they think,
I'm
but
not
they
saying it's
all
their fault. I'm not saying it's their fault. I'm just saying it's out there. That's a real thing. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. They
Because that's
went,
what
but
opened
they
my
just
eyes
didn't
up when I
know it.
worked at Baskin Robbins. That opened my eyes up to other stuff because before that it was Sweet Home, Southwest. You know, I go places with my mom, but I wasn't interacting with people. When I started working at Baskin Robbins, I started interacting with people outside of Southwest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
but
this was like 98, 99. You know what I'm saying?
and
You
that's why
start
I
seeing
always
stuff.
say
You realize there's more to it than Southwest. You know what I'm saying?
like once you name landmarks, then people kind of get bigger ideas like where where certain spots is. Like um when I was coming up, like I didn't know that's what Southwest was called. But I gave my own name, you know what I'm saying? If you hear somebody talk about the SWATs, that came from me. You know what I'm saying? If you talk about Little Rock, you hear the SWATs, it came from me. 100%. Like I ain't know about Southwest like that. I know about certain spots because I was in it.
I'm just saying some people that haven't been to some places just because they don't have the access, like they don't have a car,
Yeah.
like they don't have the means to get to other places outside of where they live. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Just like with teenagers, like if you ain't got no car, you know your family really ain't, got the money like that. Unless you know how to ride the city bus or something, you're not gonna get out of the area that you live in until you get old enough. You know what I'm saying? To get out of that area. You know what I'm saying?
That was
But
That was like
Like,
20 something, 30 years. That was down to 30 years ago.
what's that? I'm talking about now, right now.
Oh man, right now? Oh man,
So you think every family got a car right now? You
every
can say
family.
that right now. Every family got transportation right now.
No,
And if you
but
don't got transportation, how are
they
you going
know
to get out if you don't got transportation?
they know they way around this city.
But that don't mean you can get to it. That's all I'm saying, Bill. You might have access to it because you don't have the means to get there. That's all I'm saying.
Hey,
You can
bro,
know about it. There's a lot of people that
time,
know about the heights, but they never been there though. You hear about it, but they never been there.
times have
Some people
changed.
hear about Panky. Some people heard about Panky, but they never went out that far down Highway 10. It's like, I don't
Hey,
even need to go that
hey,
far.
look, I've been here a long time, and I don't even go and chill out there. But I
You don't got
do
to chill
enough.
out there. Some people just never just been out there and rode around. They just never fool around out there.
You know that
I'm not
might be
saying it like it's a bad thing. I'm just saying the reality. Like some people just don't have the access when you live in the inner city and your family is not at a place to where they could do certain things. You only can do
listen,
what you can do within what you have.
listen. Their access is a little bit different than ours was.
Yes, for
Cause guess
sure.
what? Cause guess what?
It's a
Some of
reason why
them.
you live in. It was a reason why you was living in Highland Court. Nobody just chose to live in Highland Court, bro. Right?
Um.
It's income based. It's income based apartment housing, right? Right?
Yeah.
So nobody chooses. That's what you can afford based on budget. You know. So
Yeah. But
and it's some dudes that didn't go outside of that area because number one, you don't want to get caught slipping. Number one, that's number one. Number two, you just don't even have the mean. You just more comfortable just being inside. Can you imagine? I would imagine not a lot of dudes, but it's some dudes. They only existence was in Highland Park, and before they can get out of Highland Park, they probably passed away. You know what I'm saying?
uh,
That happens. I'm not saying it's a good thing, but I'm saying it happens though. You know what I'm saying?
and I'm gonna stop you right there. Cause number one, back then, where you got places, where you got place. It wasn't. You didn't have no choice. I'm gonna stay in Highland. I'm gonna stay in this or East End.
That's
It
what
was
I just said. Nobody chooses that
no,
to
no.
live there.
That's not what you said. It's
But
not what you
that's
said.
what I just said. I said nobody chooses that. Nobody chooses to live there. I don't know nobody that wanted to live there. That's what I was saying. I
That's
don't know
not.
nobody say, you know what? I want to go live in the South End Project. I never heard nobody just say they just wanted to live there.
That's not what you said. But okay.
What did I say? I can clear that up. What did I say? That's what I thought I said.
Uh,
Nobody chooses to live there. That's what I thought I said. What did I say?
Go back. We'll listen to it again.
What did I
But
say? No, tell me what I said. I believe
no,
what did I say so I can clear it up.
Go back and listen to it. You'll hear it like,
If I said it wrong, that's what I meant to say though.
yeah.
Nobody
I know
chooses.
what you said. I know what you want to say, but I'm saying, but
All
yeah.
right. So back to the slide. The 50-30-20 budget rule.
hmm
Do you agree with that? The 50-30-20 budget rule. It said flexible spending. You got fixed expenses. That's what kill you, the fixed expenses like utilities. You know, if you got car notes, you got mortgage, cell phone bill, insurance. A lot of that stuff is fixed. You know what I'm saying? Um,
hmm
then you got savings and debt repayment. Like if you're only making so much, that's not even a reality. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times the debt repayment be so much. Some people just they hope it get written off. They just let it, like what is it 7 years? They write it off.
I
Is
don't
that
know.
what it is? 7 years?
Yeah,
It
I
just
don't
depends
know.
on who you got debt with. I know some people they'll just let it go for 7 years and they'll let it just get written off. Because you're not making enough. Like you get into so much debt, you don't make enough to get out of it. You just gotta let it hope it go away, kind of deal. Sometimes it don't go away. Then flexible spending, man. Some people do that more than getting out of debt. They just do the flexible spending, dining out, clothes, entertainment, and travel. You know what I'm saying? So, and it says the study analyzed multiple factors centered around the 50-30-20 budgeting rule. This financial concept recommends individuals and families to allocate 50% of the income to necessities, 30% to discretionary spending, and the remaining 20% to savings or debt repayment. And it says using the 50-30 budgeting rule, an annual salary for a single adult in Arkansas to live comfortably needs to be
Mm,
it's the same. Is it the same number? Let me take that off for a second. The ticker
mm.
needs to be at least $81,078.
Mm.
So you agree with that? I don't think a lot of people would
Um,
even use this. Like in the inner city, do the people use this in the inner city? I think they should.
that
This should be something
that
like something to work on.
like I'm looking at it from a whole different perspective
Well, school them
because
then, Bill.
first of all, where y'all get these numbers from?
This is a study done by
Yeah, where
Smart
you get
Asset.
no where you get the numbers from?
The 50-20, the 50-20-30 rule?
Where you get the
You talking
numbers
about
from?
that?
It wouldn't even matter. Like where you get the numbers from?
You talking about the people who do the study? I
Yeah,
think this is like
no,
accounting. This is like accounting. This
no.
is
This
like
is
part of accounting.
okay.
Huh?
That's part of accounting.
Like finance, like learning finance.
No, I know that's what you want to call it? That's politically correct terminology that you want to use.
So you think
Like
that's
what?
cap. So you think that's
I,
cap.
I ain't saying it's cap. I'm saying where
And
did
that's
you
what I'm
get the
saying.
where did you get those
This
numbers
is a
from?
part of the
No,
study.
what?
I got this
No,
from
what?
online.
No.
Yeah, what?
Okay, if you got it from online, where did they get
Like
them numbers?
I'm not a
Same.
finance major, but I have seen this in finance. People talk about this a lot though. I'm not a finance
Say,
major, so I can't go into in depth, but
yeah, say it without
finance is
saying
what's that? I mean, my
it.
homeboy used to talk about this. My homeboy that passed, rest in peace, Leroy. He used to kind of school us on this. We didn't do it, but he used to school us on this though. He was kind of real
Yeah.
big on that because he majored in finance. He was real big on this kind of stuff because he talked about this before. I was like, man, whatever, I ain't doing that. But I think that it's something that you could practice. I think it's a discipline. It's a discipline involved that you have to really work on. It's
Mm-mm.
not easy to do, but I think it can be done. Though Dave Ramsey talk about it a lot too.
Yeah. And what I'm thinking is way past that. You know what I'm saying?
School them.
Like,
You got the flow. That's what I'm saying. School them.
nah, if y'all came up with them numbers, if you came up with them numbers, like this is what this is and this, so every person,
You don't have to do it. It's just a recommendation, like some kind of strategy. Everybody needs a financial strategy, right?
mm-mm.
Don't mean you have to do it. It's just giving you a guideline of what
Do you
to.
hear how that sound?
How what sound? A guideline? Just giving you a guideline?
Hmm.
That's
That's the Census Bureau. That's the Census Bureau. I
so.
know.
What do you think? Like in your opinion, I'm not saying you wrong. I'm saying what do you think that people should think about doing? That's all I'm saying. Like, what do you think?
Yeah, don't be so quick to answer so many questions.
What you mean? Answer so many questions.
How much money? Like, if you if you're doing filling out an application or anything like that, and they
Yeah.
ask you how much money you make in a year, what does it have to do with anything?
It can do with negotiation.
What? What
If
does
you
it have
put
to do with anything?
let's say if you trying to get more money, right?
Man,
Let's
stop
say
it.
if listen to me. I'm telling you because I've done this before. I'm just telling you, whether you believe it or not. Let's say if you're trying to get a job,
Mm-hmm.
you're trying to. They know you've been there for 8 years. and you're
Mm-hmm.
trying to upgrade, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they ask you on the application, what's your current salary? If
Mm-hmm.
you put, let's say if you put
60,000.
55,000
Yeah,
or
put 60.
60,000,
Yeah.
they know, they probably know that they're gonna have to pay you more,
Mm-mm.
or you're not gonna take the job. Yes,
No.
yes,
No.
yes, yes.
No. They already
I'm just
about to
telling you. I'm
lowball
telling you
you
about IT.
anyway. They're about to
I'm telling you.
lowball you anyway.
I'm telling you about IT, man. How it works.
Man.
When you work at a job for so many years, you increase your value and you can articulate it,
Man.
and they see that you've been making this much for so many years. Sometimes they even know they gonna pay you more because they know that their job can't afford to
What?
pay you. If
It
you've been
wasn't going
making it for like 5 years, they know they can't afford to pay you, so they're gonna offer you more. I'm just telling you
no.
about IT. I don't know. Okay.
And I'm telling you what the real world is. The real world is gonna be like, you know what? Hell, you've been making 60, 62, 68. They know what they're gonna lowball you on.
It just depends, bro. If you
Man,
go in
it
there and say I won't,
ain't no this shit.
okay.
I'm
I'm
telling you what
telling
you
you, man.
see.
I'm telling
If
you
you
the
ain't
experience.
connected like that, boy, you
I ain't
done
connected. I'm
for.
telling you the experience I have. I'm not connected like that. I'm trying to tell you, bro. I
Listen,
don't I don't have no mentors.
bro,
I'm not connected like that. I'm
bro.
telling you that
If
there's
they
a
gonna pay you $70,000, $80,000 a year, the job that you really applying for really supposed to be being 120 off top.
okay,
120 off top. And they gonna lowball you.
but you can't negotiate though.
You can what you gonna
The only
negotiate? What you
the
want?
only
60,
time the only time
70,000?
I'm just telling you the only jobs that I see that low bar are the ones that tell you this is the
Mm-mm.
anticipated starting salary.
No.
A lot of the private company jobs you
I'm
can
telling
negotiate your
you.
salary.
I
Okay,
I
okay. I mean, you
you
talking
can
to a
you
dude that work in
it's
IT. I'm just telling you a
easily
dude that work in IT. It's a different
it's
field. It's a whole nother
easily
world, man.
listen, it's easily accept 120, but knowing shit, you can accept 120. Knowing that job pay 260.
But most jobs show a pay scale though.
No, they don't. They don't,
I'm just,
Mike.
I'm telling you how IT work. They show a pay scale. I look at the jobs all the time. They'll
Yeah.
say this job, even at the state.
Yeah.
You ever looked at DHS, like a state job?
Yeah.
They
Look
show a
at
pay
it.
scale is from like 50 to like 80
Yeah.
or something like that.
And
But
they'll put
most of those
and
jobs, you got to know how each job work. The
listen,
field.
and they gonna put certain criteria in the job that make the people that don't want to feel like they're not qualified for. I see that, man, bruh. I see the shit,
Okay.
but I'm trying to tell you, like, this is on a whole different type of scale of shit.
What I'm telling you is in IT
Mhm.
that I've seen. I'm talking about people that look like us. When you get the criteria, when you get your credentials and you get your education out the way and you got the experience,
Mhm.
sometimes they'll come find you. You didn't even have to fill out for the
Mhm.
job. They'll come find you.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
just told you the dude that went to McClellan with us.
Yes.
They came and snatched him. He wasn't even looking for the job. They came and snatched him up.
Yeah.
He
And
wasn't
guess
even looking
what?
for it. They called him and said, "Hey man, come up here and holler at us real quick."
And guess what?
They
The same job you looking for, it'll be a person like me that been in the trenches for I don't know how long. Brush shoulders and rub elbows with people, and they be like, "Damn, well, what do you do?" Well, you know what? I had a certain dealings with IT and stuff, but not on a grand scale. Um, but you see how we connect and whatever. It's all a certain a certain way that you carry yourself and certain shit that everybody ain't gonna see it. Except
100%.
except when once you get around certain people.
Man, he got to increase your value too, though.
No,
Increase your value. Okay.
the value was already increased because because people are already looking at you like, oh damn, you don't got this on the table. You ain't got this on the table. Hey,
Man, I've had people tell me, you got the skills and we can't even pay you, man. We would love to have you, but we can't pay you what you worth. I've had y'all tell me that. I'm talking about out of
and
respect.
guess
There's like, you have everything that we want, but we can't afford to pay you
and guess
what
what?
your skill is. And I'll just walk. It's no problem. I don't look at it as shade or nothing. That's respect. You know what I'm saying?
And
I've
guess
had
what
that.
they would and guess what they would have showed.
What's that?
Let me tighten up on my skills. Because if it can get me in a room, not even a room,
Yes, your skills
not
can. It will
not
make a way for
not
you.
not even a room. Let me show you what I can really do. Because
Phil, before when I
what
when I
what
got on
what
at the ISP play, go ahead, finish. I'll tell you the story when I tell you.
what I'm turning up on, man. Let me turn it down a notch. What I'm really good at, instead of talking, let me start listening. And then when it's time to listen, let me listen even more. Cause I'm gonna listen to like 3 or 4 conversations after that. Like damn, they were like, damn, you were paying attention like that? Yeah, yeah. That's it. That's all.
I'm just saying it's a different world, man. I think I see it's, when you understand the game, it's almost like being in the NBA, bro. It's like how much skills do you got, and can you
Mhm,
articulate it? The money is
mhm,
out there. Like I said, the
mhm.
only reason I haven't went aggressive because I'm trying to get my education, get all that out the way,
Yeah.
bro. Because I tried it without it, and then I would always hear that, man. Man, we would love to hire give you this much money, but man, we really need you to have to justify that. We need you to have a bachelor's degree. You know what I'm saying? So, but happens, man. That's why I tell kids increase your skill, man. The earlier you start, man, the better off. Because most of the people that I've seen, it's like CIOs or stuff like that. When I look at like on LinkedIn and stuff, because you know all that stuff is public now. A lot of people put their stuff public. Some dudes like this artists that look like us, man. They started in IT when they was a little bit younger, like when they was probably in their 20s or something. So that's gonna give them another extra 10 years by the time they 30, in their 30s and 40s, what I'm saying? They'd have been in the game for a while. Now, all they gotta do is now just have the education to go with it, and boom, next thing you know, a search. Because when they do CIO, they do like a national search or whatever. And if your stuff pop up on their radar, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna hit you up, you know what I'm saying, based on, different little factors and stuff.
Yeah. And it's all fake. It's all fake.
Okay.
It's
All
all
right.
fake.
All right. All right. They was hitting me up on Facebook about this, man. If you had to pick one, best singing voice, Dino from H Town or Stephen Hart's from Troop.
I don't know neither one of them.
You didn't listen to H Town or Troop? Wow.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Listen to them, but now one of
You
them.
know, H Town, I play the sound effect all the time.
Yeah, that none of it's just 6,000.
All about
That's H Town,
emotion,
bro.
yeah. Baby, emotion makes you sugar, sugar, darling.
And then Troop, man, they was
Yeah, none of that 6 out.
oh,
Yeah. What's
so
the
got
other
you
one?
still
What's the other one?
Troop. Oh, I got it. Let me find the music on it real quick. I'll show you
Is
what.
spray my wings.
Hmm. You
Is
said what?
spray my wings.
Yep. Spread my wing. Yep.
Yeah, I'm
Don't
gonna
say
go with
nothing about
True.
attitude.
Nah, I don't care. I'm gonna go with True.
Go with Troop. Yeah, a lot of people hit me up on YouTube. Man, Dino, man. So let me put somebody up against Dino because they said they like Dino instead of KC.
Mm-hmm. Oh, but
They're
yeah,
like
they
Dino,
tripping.
man. And I was
Yeah,
like,
they
yeah, they
tripping.
tripping. Yeah. And I said, hey, Steve Hawk and Stephen Hart do could flat out sing too, just like Dino could. They both could flat out sing, just who you like on that certain day. But they should do a lot of dancing too, though. Troop did though. That's my attitude. That's my attitude.
Yeah,
Let us know in the comments. Messing with
hey,
y'all
man.
again. Dino from H Town or Stephen Hart from Troop. Huh?
Yeah, excuse me, man. I'm about to throw these Mardi Gras wings in the air fryer real quick.
Oh, that's what's up, man. You air frying. I thought you gonna throw them in the grease, man.
No, man. Nah, not today. Not today.
So, what does $81,071 look like? Kids, pay attention.
Mm.
It says hourly. You're looking at $43. I think that's unadjusted. No benefits. You pretty much just making it straight up money. You're looking at $43 an hour, $344 daily, weekly $1,700, bi-weekly $3,400. Wow, semi-monthly looking at $3,700. Monthly you're looking at all together it's like 7 racks a month. Single. This is no single, no kids. Living in Arkansas. And man, you talking about getting to this, man. You gotta have your ducks in a row, man. It ain't easy to get to. It can be done though.
Yeah.
Think about Solomon. Think about Solomon, bro. Right?
What
Huh?
about Solomon,
Solomon?
brother?
When he from the inner city? Solomon went to McClellan, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's possible. But Solomon was on some different time. He was a different dude. I'm not saying he was on some bad time. He was on his stuff. He did his work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was on top of his game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's possible.
But I also no, I can't say that. I ain't gonna say
Can't say what.
no, I can't say that. Fuck it, shit. Solomon might been on the spectrum. He might been on the spectrum.
Not if he that deep in the game like that. Dude was over
No,
like the jail. How you on the
no,
spectrum and you like it doing executive
no.
positions? You on the spectrum.
Listen, because that's why I didn't want to say shit.
We all on the spectrum. That's the case. I'm on the spectrum, on the Negro spectrum.
Because
He may have been an introvert, but spectrum, man.
no, it is not a bad thing. That's where I don't want people to get that shit confused.
So explain. I'm gonna let you explain. What do you
Um,
mean by spectrum?
like when I was younger, I had to work with my aunt, and she worked at AEDD.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say that, like, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing being on the spectrum because you can see shit that, excuse my language, y'all. You can see shit that can't nobody else see.
I should have downloaded the Street Fighter. Something told me to do that, but I should have just
Yeah,
man, nobody get it. I get what you're saying though,
yeah,
but because
it
he
wasn't a
was
bad.
always he was always different. Like, but what I'm saying it's possible to be
Uh,
from the inner city to start from nothing and get to something. That's what I'm saying.
like
He's one of those people that did it. You know what I'm saying?
like he can explain it like coming from the south. You know what I'm saying? Or staying in the south.
Right.
But it's some of us are like, this is what it really was like in the South. You know what I'm saying? People can listen to them, they can hear it.
But
But
what I'm saying is, did he have to overcome some things to get to where he got to now?
I
Solid.
would know. I would know
But
because
he grew up in the South like you did. It's general
listen,
stuff to
I
growing up in the
wouldn't
South.
know. Like
But what I'm saying is,
I
living
would
in the
know.
South,
I would know.
everybody that lives in the South generally has to overcome
Hey,
something living in the South, right?
listen. If you come from the South, 9 times out of 10, we all came in contact with each other.
Right. And that's what I'm
And
saying.
that
Like generally, this like living in Southwest. Generally
I'm
in
telling
Southwest,
you, like,
listen to what I'm saying, Bill. Generally, dudes that live in Southwest, you have to
mm,
overcome the temptation of wanting to hustle because that's what you see a lot of hustlers going up and down Chico, going up and down Baseline. Man, I
listen,
want to Impala SS too. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes have to overcome
listen.
the temptation. But
You got people that come from the South or stayed in the South, and you got people that really was in the South like that. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like I know Son stayed, like he was in the trenches. I ain't gonna front, like he was in the trenches.
Well, I guess what I'm saying, how did he not get caught up in the trenches though? Like some people do. It's some people
That's
like they have the bridge, but they get caught up in the trenches. Like it's
and that,
just
that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, bro, I don't want to seem like I'm coming off as disrespectful. Like, certain shit. Like, people from the South, I'm telling you, I don't care where you from. Like, you can be from the Swats, you can be Southwest, West Side, East
right.
End, whatever. But I'm telling you, like, it's a little bit different.
For
It's a
sure.
difference, but we still gonna can't nobody fuck with them.
What
Can't
I'm
nobody
saying
fuck with them.
is what I'm trying to tell the young bull is if you grow up in either one of those areas, you can come out of those areas and get to this. But you got to have the right mindset to do it.
You
So
can,
to not get caught up in
but
the trenches. That's what I'm
but you
saying.
but you know what I loved about whatever Son doing. He didn't he didn't say, man, I'm from the South. You know what I'm saying?
He shouldn't have to. He shouldn't have to do that.
No, no,
Oh,
he didn't have to, but he could.
right.
That's where I want people to get a bigger understanding on this shit. Like I was raised in the South, but I was born on the West. When I say born on the West, like so a lot of my ties it's from both. And you know, have dealing with people in the Southwest.
So let me ask you a question. Is it possible that he outgrew where he lived? He just want to live and just let it go of living in the South. He just let it go. Like I have outgrown living here and I'm gonna move forward in life. Like we talked about this, like not uh letting go of the mentality of, being in the South, like just moving
Out,
forward, just
if
you know what I'm
you
saying?
were like outgrowing it's kind of a stress, but you was never you ain't had no feelings towards it. It was just where you was at. You
Yeah, and
know
that's
what
what I'm
I'm saying?
saying. Like maybe that's what I'm saying. He wasn't entrenched in it like that, and that's probably why he don't
Ah,
say I'm from
right.
the South because he just
But
don't roll like that.
that's what I'm saying. Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, for
There's
sure.
nothing
I
wrong with
definitely
that.
I
But
agree with you.
because it
But there's some people that think something wrong. I'm not saying you, but there's
no,
some people that think something wrong with
no,
it. It's like
nobody would think that is wrong with it
I'll be like,
because
oh, he front man. You from the South? He
no,
don't even want to say you from the South. I'm okay. All
no,
right.
nobody from the South would ever say that. Why? Because those are the people that was a little under me that that you protect. You don't bullies don't worry about that shit,
I don't
man.
know how we got here. How we get the bullies? Good. Now.
Yeah, no. I'm
I
just
was
saying.
just I was just
No,
talking about letting
no.
kids
What
know that
what I'm
you don't have to feel like that you're obligated to stay in the trenches.
no. I know it came off like that,
What's
but
that?
I'm telling you, like I know Solomon, but I don't know him like that, and he ain't never did nothing wrong. Son from the South, you know what I'm saying?
But what I'm saying is, how did he? Uh, what I'm saying is, he lived in the South. He's from the South, but
Yes,
he avoided doing something
that's
wrong,
that's
and he
that's one of
made
them.
some of his.
That's
Like I'm
one of
saying, that, go ahead.
he one of them ones. Like
And I'm telling the young bulls, you can be one of them ones. That's what I'm trying to tell them. That's all I'm trying to say. We saying the same thing, Ashley. Just a different road. We're taking
no,
a different road to get there.
nah, but that's what I'm trying. Like it's a difference between when you out there and this is what it is. Son couldn't help where he stayed,
Right. Exactly. He couldn't.
and it's like him. Uh,
But he didn't let it stop him though. That's what I'm saying. He didn't let it weigh him
but
down. He still
he
excelled. That's all
he,
I'm saying.
he didn't have like that wasn't even. I can't speak for him, but I'm telling you because I don't know son's situation.
Right.
But the one that was out here, shit, it's south for nothing.
But what I'm saying is, how would a kid keep from getting out there though? That's what I'm saying.
That's his mama's
That's all I'm
situation.
saying.
That's what I'm
Hmm?
saying. Like the answers that you want or anybody else would want. Like son never was like, man, I don't do that gang bang shit. But everybody knew, like, shit, son, he don't do that. He don't do that. Anybody, man, them the ones you
But I'm
protect.
saying how I'm just saying, like, how would you convince a kid to go the way Solomon did and not go the other way in order to avoid the legal system and stay out of trouble so they don't have to worry about that when they get older, dealing with the L's and stuff and the felonies. That's all I'm saying.
That
Like, how would
that
you get them to think a different way?
I wouldn't know because I didn't grow up like that. I
But I'm
wouldn't
saying,
know.
off the experience that you have, what
I,
could you say to a kid that could say, you don't have to go that way, you can go this way?
man, it's easy. It's easy, but it ain't easy because you're always gonna be guilty by association. The way Solomon grew up, or at least the way I saw it, man, you just stay to yourself and just focus on your books. But
Right.
once you go outside, shit, it is what it is. Cause you're gonna have to make friends. You're gonna have to make friends, and you have to. Those are the ones that didn't play basketball, none of that shit. They didn't do none of the stuff that we did outside. Not saying there's something wrong with it.
Right. I'm not saying you saying that. I'm just trying to give kids to understand that just because you in the trenches, you don't have to do the trenches stuff to
Yeah,
put you in
but you
trouble, to get you
still,
in the legal system. That's what I'm saying.
oh man, but don't you can't be afraid to go outside.
I'm not saying be afraid to go outside, but don't put yourself in a situation where you facing attempted murder. That's what I'm saying.
No, but
Cause I'm seeing a lot of young dudes, 24, 27 year olds getting picked up
man,
facing,
that
capital murder,
that's what
attempted
they
murder
want.
charges.
That's what they want to do anyway. It ain't the ones that was in the trenches that's facing this shit. It's the ones that come to the neighborhood. Your cousins that visit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, it wasn't just the regular daily because me and my partner, Q ball.
Yeah, I know cue ball. Yeah, football
Mhm.
for Hall. He played for Hall.
Yeah,
He thought like cue ball, man.
yeah.
Show you
I
what he
know
got
Q
going.
wanted to do this music shit from like 90,
Yeah, he
90,
always been into it.
90. Like it was just like it was different. It was different,
Yeah,
but
he probably didn't have the access to the equipment and stuff like that. It went at at
no,
that
it was
age.
man. It was just so different. Like it was different back then. Like
Like you couldn't ask your parents, like, give me an MPC. What? How much that cost? What? What? You know what I'm saying?
wow,
That stuff was expensive back then. It was even more expensive back then. It's a little bit cheaper now, but it was expensive back then.
like man, that's one of my favorite childhood memories. Like going to Park Plaza Mall.
Yeah, I used to go there too.
Yeah, I'm,
I
I'm
like
talking about.
university better. I don't know why, but I like
I'm
university
no,
better.
I'm talking about catching the bus. Talking about catching the bus and
Listen,
riding
man.
there, and it was like
Before we got a car, my mom, man, we used to ride the bus from like the South End, Sweet Home, South End to her job. Man, we used to ride the bus like a mug,
mhm.
man.
Yeah,
That's why I don't like ride, cause it's like remember Benjamin Button? Remember that
yeah,
movie?
yeah.
It's like me people on the bus like dude, like I got struck by lightning 7 times. That's the kind of weird people.
Mm-hmm. Widows,
You meet some interesting people. Then go down to the
widows,
bus stop downtown. They don't even have that no more. Remember the bus stop used to be
man.
right there on that Center Street and Main Street around that whole little thing. They
Oh
used to park around there. Yeah.
yeah,
I'm
and
saying, bro, I didn't, man. I'm telling you, I'd have been in the trenches, man. Most people think I don't been. I've been in the trenches for
and
real.
and it
It ain't fun either.
and I didn't realize until like probably like 7 or 8 months ago.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it back then,
What's that?
and I listened to the song Blackberry Molasses, and Q was like, "And this shit right here, this excuse my language, y'all." He's like, "Man, this shit right here." She's like, "Man, bro, you just don't hear it." I was like, and it was jamming, but I didn't listen to it. And
I
then
get
I
what you're saying.
listened,
Sometimes it just be the beats and stuff. You listen to the music, but you're not listening to the lyrics. So
and
yeah.
then I listened to it. I was like, "Damn!" Because listen, we was catching a bus.
Yeah, my mom. I remember when I was at junior high, I had to go to summer school, and she made me catch the bus. I had to catch the bus to summer school. Like in the morning, I had to wake up at like 4 or 5 in the morning to catch the first bus
Yeah,
and get downtown, and then get on the bus to go to like I think it was at Forest Heights up there on the
mhm.
hill on
Yeah,
University. I
yeah.
used to have to catch the bus from there, and then catch the bus home. I ride the bus home too. Man,
Man,
boy, I never went to summer school again after that.
like I never went to summer school. I never went,
Yeah, I
but
went to summer school. I was playing around in junior high too much.
it was just like when I listened to it like later on in life.
Yeah,
But back then, like me and Q, we ride the bus
yeah,
and shit. That's this is back when they had the music studio in Park Plaza,
yeah.
and it was like shit. We gotta go get this, and I was like, well, all right, bro, shit, well, forget it. We ain't got that much damn money, but okay. And like Q just wanted to get he wanted to get the song, and he wanted to get the instrumental to
Man, shout out to Q, man. He was cool. He was
man.
cold. Football running back, boy. Little bowling ball, boy. Boop, boop, boop,
That
boop.
was
Shout out
my
to Q,
dog
man.
today. That was my
So
dog
pick
for
one.
life.
Pick one. I know y'all South was that Bo Jackson trainers or the prime Air Diamond Turfs. Which one you rolling with?
And man, I'm going with the Turks.
You go with the Turfs.
Man, I
Yeah, that's
got
some
them
Southside
motherfuckers.
colors right there.
Man,
That's
I
some
got them
Southside
motherfuckers.
colors right there.
Excuse my language, y'all, but man, I got them jumps way before they even came out.
You had him with the
Yeah.
green dicky suit? Did you wear him with the green dicky suit, man?
Nah,
The
man. You know,
Southside colors. You didn't wear the green dicky suit,
nah, man. Scotty had got me.
man.
Scotty had got me
Oh,
them
Scotty got
Jones.
it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, man.
Now you know
Scotty
dudes
had
from the
got
South. You know dudes from the South though. They wear that with the green dicky suit though. When I was a dumb boy,
me.
they had them on with the green dicky. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, Scotty had got me them Jones way before they even came out.
yeah.
Way before.
I remember them Bo Jackson. A lot of dudes used to rock them Bo Jacksons
And
too, man. I didn't get
I
neither
still
one of them.
rock
I
with the
couldn't afford
Bows.
neither one of them.
Yeah, but them
Yeah, I go with
diamond turns.
the Turks though. I like the other ones he came out with lately. I just ain't. I don't wear tennis shoes like I used to.
I don't even like them.
Grown man. What's that? I like them. I like them better. I love it. I like the cowboy colors one though. It's like white with the blue stripes, man. Them motherfuckers
Mm-mm.
clean,
I
man.
like the red white
Yeah,
ones,
them motherfuckers clean.
but them diamond
Yeah.
turns. Couldn't nobody tell me nothing.
Them
Nothing.
was some really bulky shoes. I think that's why I
Mm.
didn't like the Turks. They was really bulky, like wide
But you
shoes.
in them? Them?
The yeah, them diamond Turks, they was really
No,
bulky.
sir.
Like they
No, sir.
yeah, that's
I
really
th-
bulky.
I I think I had got them like 8 months before they had even came out. I was like, I know it was like at least 8 months before they even came out, and I had to wait to wear them.
Well, you in the Berg or you was in the South?
I was in Little Rock, and then I had to go stay with my mom in the South.
Oh, that was
Yeah, cause
you
them
know, man. I
cause
remember.
them had came out like oh maybe. Well, I had got them like August.
Mm,
I had got them in August, and then it's like you can't wear them because I had a small feedback. I had small feedback.
no,
It's like, no, you can't wear 'em. But I couldn't. Bitch, I'm from Little Rock.
it was stupid, man. Let us know, guys, who you picking, the Bo Jackson trainers or the Prime Air
Yeah.
Diamond Terse? That's old school right there.
Yeah, man, and I had to get another pair.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So the challenge of getting to 81,000. What do you think? Some of the challenges of getting to this salary range. I got it. This is what I seen, man. Cause like I say, I'm
Mhm.
actually. I ain't gonna say I'm closer there, but I'm working on it. I'm down that journey though. The education investment, I think you got to get that. Whether it's apprenticeship, you at least need to be like a journeyman going to a master, whatever you're doing, like master plumber or something, or master electrician, something like that. If you're in IT, you kind of want to get to working in IT, then get in management probably or something like that.
Mhm.
Whatever other field, like if you get certified in something, you know what I'm saying? Like if you even need like a CDL, you know what I'm saying? You gotta get the CDL. And it's like to take the CDL and it's like 1,300 or something like that, something crazy.
Mhm.
To take the CDL. I don't think it's not free. It's definitely not free.
Nah, no.
But I know you gotta pay for it though. I think the school is it's not expensive, but I heard it's pretty cool. The CDL school, they teach you how to drive 18 wheelers and stuff over there off of I-30, I think. Over there
Mhm.
before you get to Walmart. Career field time investment. How many years do you have in that field? That's why it's important to pick a field and stick to it. A lot of times, I'm guilty of this myself. I'll be working in retail for 5 years, 8 years. Then I go work in fast food for 2 years, and then I go work somewhere else, hospitality for another 2 years. You don't have a solid number of years in one field. You know what I'm saying? So um, that's why I had to just get an IT and stick with it. Because I found myself skipping around and field just trying to find a job just because of the money and it that was easy when I was younger. And I was like, no, I got to really challenge myself. I want to get to that real money. So
Yeah, and I don't think I say is like the old heads like don't be so quick to don't be so quick to put your judgments on the younger heads. Listen to them and then input what you input the tools. You know what
right,
I'm saying? 'Cause we can rush a lot of things.
right. This is what I would say to both, like young head or old head. If somebody is at a place and you're not there, you have to determine that they're at a good place. You should ask them how they got there if you're willing to listen or not. Some people think that they got there because of this. Maybe they not connected like you think they are. Maybe they had to go down the journey to get to where they are. And a lot of times it's either young or old. People don't listen to people unless they show them material things. But there are a lot of people that's making money. They don't floss like that. They don't. So
Man,
they live in a house that's paid off. You don't know that, but they live. You just unless you know different things. Like I know some people live in a house. It's been paid off for years. You know what I'm saying?
man,
They spend more money on the car because the house is paid off. They just pay the taxes, but they just get a new car so they can travel in it. You know what I'm saying?
man. Like, listen, man. I had to talk with billionaire today.
Huh? You said what?
I had to talk with a billionaire, and
What's up?
hmm, not not saying, but saying a lot. It changed my whole perspective on a lot of things.
Oh, 100%. It will. If you talk to them and just get information, it would definitely change because they think totally different, bro. Like the focus, they don't get caught up in a lot of stuff that regular people get caught up in, man. It's
Mm,
unreal, man.
mm,
Sometimes the stuff that make them successful, regular people think is
mm.
bad. You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah,
we may think it's
yeah.
bad. You know what I'm saying?
I
And
said,
you don't
man,
understand. That's what you got to have to make it to that level. You know what I'm saying?
but it wasn't nothing. It wasn't nothing crazy.
Right.
We'll talk about it offline. But yeah,
Oh, for sure.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It ain't nothing crazy. It's just certain things that we haven't learned or understood. Like most billionaires, they can cut people off no problem. It's a business. It's no problem for them at all. It don't affect them. They don't have firing people. It's no problem for them. And but regular people, it's like, man, I can't fire dude. That's my third cousin. You know what I'm saying? Most people that's in that level, billionaire level, like, man, you out of here. If you're not doing the work, you're not bringing value, you out of here. You know what I'm saying? And it's no problem. It don't bother them not bum bit. You know what I'm saying? Another thing they don't do is they don't buy stuff without making sense of it, right? Like they buy houses because that house, if they needed to sell it again, that's a cash value they can get for that house. You know what I'm saying? They don't buy stuff that depreciate. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't care about cars like the regular people do. They get a car for a reason. It's a practical tool, or it's a way they could write the taxes off because they got accountants and stuff. So, but like when people say lease, or would you rather rent or lease? If you rich and you got money, it's a whole nother perspective of the way to look at something. You know what I'm saying? Versus if you regular, because the regular people say, man, get a house, own a house. But if you rich, do you really have to own a house? You know what I'm saying? You
Mm,
just rent. If you don't want to live there forever, you just rent it because it's nothing. You got the money. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
Especially like if you live in another state. Like if you go to New York, like, I don't want to live here, but if I
Mm.
got to be here for a couple of years to get that bag, I just rent out a place. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just going through the process of getting a mortgage, when I'm probably gonna end up moving in a couple of years anyway. So
Yeah.
because the old CIO that I used to work with up at where I work at now, he went to another place now, but he was telling me about like leasing cars, like why he leased cars and stuff. Like every few months, he was like get the newest Beamer. You know what I'm saying? Like every 6 months or every year. When I was working, he
Hey,
got like two models or something like that. But he was saying that it was a tax thing for him, or it was he
hey,
didn't
hey,
have to do certain things.
hey,
Hmm?
man, we'll say this for another podcast.
Oh, for sure, man, for sure. Let me get to another one. But what do you think before we get off this? What do you think the salary needed for a young person to be at a stable? I don't know what a B went, but to be stable and live on their own. What do you think? 81. And a lot of young people, you're not gonna start out at 81 unless you work for the Walton. That's your family or something. You know what I'm saying? But
If If
What do you
if
think for a young person though? What do you think is stable? They can live on their own and kind of without having to borrow
uh,
money from their parents and stuff. What do you think?
they need to support the ball.
A 40 ball?
Yeah,
Yeah. I would say they're about at least 40,
at
45,
least
somewhere in there.
yeah, at least
But you gotta
support.
still manage your money right though. You still have to manage your money
Got
right.
to,
You can't be reckless at all, you know what I'm saying?
yeah to.
You're gonna have to cook. You're gonna have to learn how to cook. That's another thing. How to
Mhm.
live comfortably on a lower salary, right? You
Yep.
gotta look at your total budget, number one. Um, you gotta find jobs that's a shorter job commute from your house to your job, so they won't kill you on gas and put a beat down on your car.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like say if you live in Southwest, but you work at what was it, L'Oreal out there in Lonoke,
Yeah.
man, you better make sure you got a reliable car, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Man, and you better keep the maintenance up on it too. Drive. That's a drive. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they pay well, but man, you better make sure that car running.
Yes,
That's
sir.
why this is why I got to see drive cash cars. A lot of people don't want to do that because of the perception. I don't want to be driving in no 98 car, man. People gonna think I'm broke, man. Who cares what they think? Better get you something that's reliable, that's paid for. Forget them car notes, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because
Mhm.
after a while, you get tired of paying that car note. God, dog, I got to pay this car note again. I'm tired of it.
Well, you ain't got no insurance, no nothing. You ain't got no.
What they say, the temporary tags is faded. You don't even got a date on it no more. It's just a faded, man. them paper tags. They be,
Hey, yeah, but
oh, man.
in other news, stay tuned for the next podcast on Thursday.
What you want to talk about Thursday, man? You want to talk about
Hey,
what love is?
oh, we're
You want
gonna
to talk
we're
about
gonna
what love is?
we're gonna go more in depth with
All right, guys. Be sure to watch the
it.
Thinking Game podcast weekly around 6 or 7. Also, check out the CTM Sports Talk as well during the week. And
Oh,
please
don't go.
subscribe to CTM TV, LR, or CTM TV on all platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, all of them. Just type it in, subscribe, help us grow.
Yeah.
And you got anything you want to say before we sign out?
Jay, we ain't paying PTO time. Now get back, brother.
Uh,
Get back, brother.
oh man, that's funny. Yeah, man. Hopefully, man. I'll tell you about it
Yeah,
online, but yeah.
yeah.
Boy. But yeah, guys, we better sign out though, guys. Catch y'all on the next one.
All right.